Okay, so in this video, you guys will see behind me, we've got a Polo GTI 2012. What's it, 2012, Nick? I think it is, yeah, so pretty cool model, late model, GTI. This customer has brought this in for a little color tune, which seems to be our thing. You know, we know how to do that somewhat well. So yeah, again, same thing. We're gonna do the front grille, the side skirts, the rear diffuser, the wing mirrors, and then also the roof. You can see Nate in the background there. He's just busy sanding and prepping that. And also, we've got some new t-shirts today, work t-shirts. So on this particular vehicle, it's actually kind of cool. We've got a few opportunities to play with some color, some gloss levels. So we're gonna go matte black, essentially, on all the honeycomb. Then we're gonna go gloss black on the VW badge. We're gonna go gloss black on the GTI badge. And then we're gonna go gloss black on all the GTI stripes that you can see. So here at the bottom, you'll see there's honeycomb. And we're gonna go matte black in there to keep it consistent with the honeycomb at the top. And then this shroud section here, I'm gonna go gloss black. And I might smoke that spotlight. So if we step back here and you see from a wide angle, it's gonna look quite cool with all the different textures and gloss levels through there. Just nice and simple. And along the bottom, there's a side skirt cover, essentially, which we're gonna do in smooth gloss black as well. So this is going gloss black, and then I might do a satin black pinstripe, just so you can see a small little detail in that. And here at the back, we've got that diffuser that's gonna get primed up, smoothed up, and then it's gonna go gloss black as well. And on the back of the tailgate, can I close here quickly? And then on the tailgate, I'm gonna go gloss black on the badge. This one, the GTI badge, we're not sure if we're actually gonna keep it yet, but I'm gonna paint it matte black anyway. And then if we do decide to put it on, then it's already painted. You know, we don't have to go through that over again. So in this part of the process, I've got, you can see all the parts have been prepped for primer. All I did, or Nathaniel actually prepped this, so all Nate did to prep this was we just used the red Scotch-Brite pad with some wax and grease remover, or Prepsol as it's commonly known. Because it's raw plastic, all we need to do is put a proper adhesion promoter on it, and it will adhere to the plastic. So we don't go for too much effort at the front end to remove the texture of the plastic, because my preferred method is to fill that up with primer and then sand it back down, and that's how I achieve the smooth finish. And then once we sand it, you know, then we go over the top with the gloss black. So such an important part of this process when painting raw plastic is actually using a proper adhesion promoter. Now this is non-negotiable. This is what makes anything subsequent to this coat stick to the plastic. It's just simply non-negotiable, man. Like if you've got raw plastic, even rub-throughs and things like that, you just simply have to put it on. End of story. An important step that a lot of people tend to miss out, or you know, they remain ignorant over it. It's not a good idea. It's not good practice, and it will only ever do one thing, and it'll come back and bite you in the ass. The next step of the process is to sand that primer down. We've got Nate Dog over here in the back doing the sanding for those parts. I'm about to go and bag the car up and get the roof and the badges on the back ready for paint. And the way we're doing this is sanding it by hand. We're not using a machine because we don't want to rub through on any of the corners or the swage lines, you know, just to avoid that type of thing, which just means I'm gonna have to put more primer on before I put the top coat. So he's doing that by hand with 320 grit sandpaper, and then we're using 3M fine and super fine pads to do you know, some of the corners, just so we don't get like straight edges from the cutting of the sandpaper. And then yeah, after that, time for top coat. So there you can see when we start the sanding process, that's what the texture was. I'm not sure if this is being picked up in the video, but this is the textured bit here, and then obviously we put the primer on, and then now it's all smooth, so it will be the same high gloss black finish as if it was painted on the body. So what the primer's done here is it's filled up all the low spots between those dimples and essentially copied that pattern all the way to the surface. And then what we do now by sanding it like that is just reducing those dimples back down until it's flat. And then the other thing we're doing on this project is we are going to be smoking these taillights. Not too much, we're probably just going to go 1.5, maybe 2 coats of tint or smoke over this, just to reduce the, can you see where the red and the white meets? We're just going to reduce the contrast difference between those two colors, and then also just make it a shade darker. I mean, this is a pretty good shade in any case, but we're just going to tone it down a little bit. And the process that we use for that is we will grey scotchy that, or 800 wet sand it, you know, just to remove the gloss. And then we'll put the tinted clear over the top of it, and then 2 coats of 2K clear coat, and then that way it will look like it was never even touched. Factory finish. And here we've got the car in the booth. We've got the roof all sanded. We've done this with a DA 400 grit sandpaper. This roof's going to be going gloss black. Here there's a detail here where this roof line actually goes into the top of the tailgate, so we might do that section over there of the tailgate black as well, because it actually looks pretty cool when you're looking at the car from that way. Okay, we just got into the booth. Everything's all prepped up nicely, degreased, tacked off, anti-static blown off. So there you can see we've got the car in the back. We've got a few parts here behind me. She's a full session. Honestly, it's gonna be mad full in here. But that's okay, not to worry. We'll just see how we track. Gloss black 2K with 2K clear coat over the top. So I won't be sanding the 2K black, I'll just be putting the clear coat straight over the top of it.